It is 6:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Welcome to the stream. For those of you just tuning in, this is Marlon here. I know this is supposed to be episode 86 of Mushroom City in Minecraft, but we'll get to that in half an hour. Right now, we got to talk about the Tropics. We've already covered the GFS model, the American model. Now we got to deal with the European model, starting from right now. So there's Melissa. Then it'll go through Jamaica, but just a little earlier. Then you get this trough right here. Then by Tuesday night, though, it'll make its way to Cuba in a slow pace, and it'll be a weak storm, though. It's kind of flat, though, but Melissa might end up following the jet stream and die out, in an earlier fashion, though. Although it'll get closer to, it'll be a little more closer to the U.S. coastline, though. But by Wednesday night, though, Melissa, it's not gonna do much. It'll just go through the Bahamas. It's just a weak hurricane after it, just made landfall in Jamaica and Cuba, then through the Bahamas. Then you have this strong upper level low in over the southeast. Just gonna kick Melissa out. And then by Thursday night, though, regardless, even though Melissa won't affect the East Coast, but it'll still, but the upper level low will cause a lot of problems for folks on the East Coast. While you can get some storms too, but not from this system here, but from another one. No, Friday night, Melissa is dead, and maybe you have an area of development near Venezuela. A strong upper level highs right here. Oh, man. Background music. Okay, so anything right here? Not much. It's all just nothing but wind shear everywhere. Guessing games follow, and well, maybe something could develop, but that's just beyond. That's just beyond close to today. Because if it were, then we would have a better forecasting. And finally, using the Canadian model, let's see what we got. Okay, so we got Melissa here, just located near Jamaica. Then what you have here is that Melissa will evade Jamaica to the west, and then you have this trough right here. Might pick up Melissa, though. Then Melissa will end up going through Cuba, but only affect western Jamaica. And what about this trough right here? I could pick it up, but just a little further to the north, though. And then it tends to get stronger, this upper level low right here. Then you have this big, wide ridge right here. Might keep Melissa just a little closer to the U.S. coastline by Wednesday night. Thursday night, Melissa would still exist, but it'll just be a little closer to the East Coast, though. But it'll remain stronger than the European counterpart. But it'll cause some trouble for folks in the Canadian Maritimes, though, like Newfoundland. But after that, nothing much that's going on. All guessing games after that. Now let's check with the National Hurricane Center. Well, all I can say is that as of the 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time advisory, current maximum sustained winds is at 145 miles an hour. It's moving to the west at 5 miles an hour, and it's located just south of Jamaica. But the entire island nation of Jamaica, they are under hurricane warnings. In southern Haiti, they are under tropical storm warnings and a hurricane watch, though. There's a hurricane warning that's in effect on this eastern part of Cuba. And then to the west, just a little bit of tropical storm warnings there because of the outer bands. It'll maintain its major hurricane status up until Cuba, and then after that, it'll become a hurricane, just nothing but a weak hurricane, just making its way out to sea. But may affect Bermuda in the process, just as it's on its way out. By Thursday night into Friday morning, it'll be a quick one, folks. A quick one. Okay, and before we can get to the 3-day forecast, let's go ahead and check out what's going on with the fall foliage map, current one. There's a lot of past peak colors in places like Maine, all the way to up the Adirondacks, Catskills, and central Pennsylvania, all the way to eastern West Virginia, and the uphills of North Carolina and Tennessee. Plenty of past peak colors, especially you, Wild, because I know for sure. Okay, and the rest of the northern tier of the country, plenty of past peak colors, covering the entirety of Wyoming and most of Montana, most of Idaho, and much of Oregon, and much of Washington, and much of northern Nevada, the Sierra Nevadas, too, half of New Mexico, much of Colorado, and Florida and Hawaii. Well, Florida's the only state with no fall foliage as of now. And from the LA area, just like colors though. Dallas as well, parts of Houston, Atlanta too, Norfolk. And from my area, well, basically it's nothing but moderate to high colors, which means that it was perfect timing for me to take pictures, which is good. I still have another weekend though, if the weather is nice enough though for next weekend. And finally, let's take a look at the drought. There's a lot of drought that's going on along the East Coast, except for the Atlantic coast of Florida, though. And a little bit of not much of drought throughout the Great Plains and Northern California. A lot of drought in the Southwest and Texas, the Ohio Valley, too, except for much of Kentucky. Much of the interior parts of the Northwest, they're getting a lot of drought right now. And yep. Alaska, no drought. Hawaii, some drought. A little bit in Puerto Rico. And I'm going to go right here where I'm going to set myself up with precipitation type, which we're going to deal with that in just a few moments. Right now we got to go back to here. Okay. Starting off with you, Wild, you do have lows that could be in the mid to upper teens in degrees Celsius for the early morning hours. Mild temperatures will occur throughout much of the south, above average temperatures in the Great Plains, desert Southwest, and central California, a little bit in the immediate coastal parts of the Pacific Northwest and the mid-Atlantic. But chilly and freezing temperatures and below average temperatures will occur throughout the interior parts of the west, though. The Great Lakes region, much of the Northeast. Your highs will be in the upper single digits in degrees Celsius. And we got warm temperatures, very warm temperatures throughout the south and the desert southwest in California. And above average temperatures in parts of the central third of the country, like the Great Plains, mid Mississippi Valley, the Ohio Valley. Chilly temperatures in the Great Lakes and much of the Northeast, mostly in the interior side. Freezing temperatures in the Rockies. For Tuesday morning, wild, your lows be in the mid to upper single digits in degrees Celsius. In the U.S., plenty of mild temperatures throughout the South and a few places in Missouri and the mid-Mississippi Valley. Some mild temperatures in parts of the desert Southwest and California. Very cold temperatures for the interior parts of the West. Still some chilly temperatures in the Northeast and places throughout the Great Lakes region. Tuesday night, wild. Your highs would be as much as the upper single digits in degrees Celsius. Throughout the U.S., we do have temperatures that'll be very warm throughout the Gulf Coast. Just a bit above average temperatures in places like the Southern Plains, the mid-Mississippi Valley, the Ohio Valley, and plenty of warm temperatures throughout the desert Southwest, California, and the coastal part of the Pacific Northwest. But still plenty of cold and freezing temperatures throughout the Rockies. Below average temperatures move into the Great Plains, and still in the interior parts of the Northeast, and as well as the Appalachian Mountains as well. And still throughout the Great Lakes region too. Wednesday morning, wild, your lows will be in the mid single digits in degrees Celsius. Out in the west, for those in the U.S., there's a lot of freezing temperatures in the Rockies and the Western Plains, and the Great Basin too. Very mild temperatures will be in California and parts of the coastal part of the Pacific Northwest. The Gulf Coast and the coastal part of the Southeast. Freezing temperatures will be in the interior parts of the Northeast. Now, let's see what we got for Wednesday night. Your temperature readings will be in the mid single digits in degrees Celsius. In the U.S., though, there's going to be a lot of mild temperatures throughout the Gulf Coast and coastal part of the Southeast and Mid-Atlantic. A lot of very warm temperatures throughout places like the coastal part of the Pacific Northwest. Very warm temperatures in the desert Southwest in California and southern Nevada. Very chilly temperatures throughout the Rockies, the Great Plains, the Great Lakes region, and much of the Northeast. Now let's take a look at humidity. While your dew point values would be in the mid to upper single digits in degrees Celsius. Very humid to start off the early morning hours for tomorrow morning. There's going to be a lot of humidity throughout the south, plus a little bit of humidity throughout the Great Plains and parts of the Mid-Atlantic. A few places throughout the Great Lakes region, mostly in the north, and as well as much of California, parts of the desert Southwest too. A little bit of humidity in the coastal part of the Pacific Northwest. Hold on a minute. Alright. Let's check for tomorrow night. While your dew point values be in the mid to upper single digits in degrees Celsius. There's going to be a lot of mild temperatures, humid, a lot of humidity, throughout much of the south, with the exception of western Texas. Dry air moves in. But then there's still humidity throughout the Great Plains region and a few parts of the Great Lakes region, eastern Maine, and central California. And a little bit in the desert Southwest, though. Tiny bit. Tuesday morning, while your humidity levels will be in the mid-single digits in degrees Celsius. There's still a lot of humidity throughout places like the south, except for western Texas and the western plains. Dry air moves in,